It's been a couple months since I last updated my pull value tier list video, so we're gonna go ahead and work on one today. This is gonna be the best agents to pull for to future-proof your account in 2026. So let's get right into it. Lucia still belongs in S tier. She is pretty much gonna be the best in slot for every Rupture unit to come in the near future. It's almost the way that Astra was the best in slot for every attacker unit for almost 2 years now. Next, we're gonna talk about Yuzuha. She also belongs in S tier. She's staying right there for some time to come. These two units are going to be up there for a while, unless they end up power creeping them like they did to this next character that we're going to rate, Astra. I wouldn't say that Astra is completely power crept, but with the release of Sunna, she is no longer the best in slot for some teams like she used to be. The thing about Astra that keeps her being good is her versatility. She might not be the best in slot, but she's going to be probably second best in slot for pretty much any attacker team, and she's good in anomaly as well. But since the release of Sunna, I don't think we could put her in S tier. Like pre-Sunna, she still belonged right there, but now with Sunna coming out, it just kind of bumped her down to that A tier. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's still really good. Like, if you don't have her and you're struggling with endgame, specifically when it comes to your attacker teams, then you probably should pick her up. Either that or look into whether if Sunna would be a better pick for you because Sunna provides Ether Veil while Astra doesn't. So that's pretty much why Sunna is also right there next to Astra in the A tier. Like, what are you really looking for specifically for your attacker teams? I should also reiterate this is a pull value tier list. Notice how Lucia and Yuzuha are in basically every anomaly and rupture team. They're the best in slot. And then you think about how Astra is getting replaced out of Aftershock and Anomaly teams, and how there are teams that don't even need Astra, teams like Hugo, etc., etc. That's what matters when you're free to play or a low spend player, since you do not have the resources to pull every unit that you want. This is why we're making the list today. With that being said, if you've been enjoying the video so far and you want more videos just like this one, don't forget to drop a sub, like the video if you've been enjoying it so far, and let's get on to the video. With supporters out the way, we could finally get started on attackers, and I'm gonna straight up get this out of the way. I'm not gonna put any Void Hunters in S tier because I don't think that any of them are must pulls. Strictly because I don't think that any attacker is a must pull or main DPS. Like, if you're able to clear at endgame with Billy instead of Ishan Guan, then I don't think that Ishan Guan is a must pull. I've kind of taken a different stance when it comes to free to play value in the past couple of months. So this tier list is probably going to look a lot different from the last one. And since we already started talking about her, Ishan Guan, she belongs in A tier. Every Void Hunter is going to go in A tier. Spoiler alert. I mean, why would they go any lower, right? If you started in 2.5, then you also got one of her best in slot partners for free, that being Xiao. And then you could just pair her with Nicole, and that is the team. It's all free to play if you got Xiao for free in 2.5. And then if you pair her with anything else, that's pretty much just overkill. You don't need her with Astra or anything like that. If you have Caesar laying around and you don't use her, just throw in Caesar. That is a team right there that will clear endgame, no problems. Zuyen, it pains me to put her here because I love playing her, but C tier unit for sure. She needs a buff desperately. Her, Caesar, Qingyi as well. They desperately need buffs. So here's to hoping. But yeah, she needs other units like Qingyi to perform average, like below average, honestly. She struggles to clear endgame even with her signature and partners. You need overkill partners like Dylan and Astra on her team just to get a 20k clear. It's pretty rough, man. Next up is Orphy. Orphy is in C tier. Okay, hold up before you start typing. Yeah, C tier. Trust the process. She needs multiple S rank characters for her premium team, that being Seed and Trigger. Or you can mishmatch one slot with Sambi, but yeah, you need two different S rank agents for her premium team. I mean, you can run Astra in there, but she belongs right there in C tier. She does do a lot of damage, and she can run Heartstring Nocturne fairly well, but she's definitely a side grade character. Ellen Joe also belongs in C tier. When I heard that she was gonna get another buff, I was really hoping for something more. That Icy Blade is really terrible in her gameplay, especially at M2. I honestly feel like it's a damage loss. It takes forever to do. That thing should be optional to turn off. It sucks. Yeah, she still just belongs in C tier. There's really not much to say about Lin Jo. Awesome character, but the squeeze just isn't worth the juice. Evelyn. I rated her really highly on my last tier list solely because of her damage output, and I didn't really take into account that you do need a lot of S rank characters for her. She isn't like how the Void Hunters can pretty much solo endgame content, but she's probably still the best fire damage dealer, so that places her right there in B tier. Next up is Seed. She's very similar to Orphy, so you'd expect me to put her in C tier, but I think she belongs in B tier solely because she is more of an enabler than Orphy is. You need Seed for Orphy. You don't need Orphy for Seed. And then you still need the same partners like Sambi or Trigger. So you're honestly better off picking up Seed. Unless you're really trying to cover typing, then Orphy or Waifu over meta, it's really up to you, man. But you're really better off picking up Seed. Now, Hugo. Hugo belongs in B tier. He's objectively better than Ellen Joe in every way possible, whether it be damage or free to play value. He only needs lighter. Lycan is his other slot for his premium best in slot team. And he does more damage than Ellen Joe. Like, come on. Hugo's really good. Underrated, honestly. Sambi. I'm kind of struggling on whether to put her in B tier or C tier because she needs Trigger as a partner. I put Orphy down here because she needs Sambi or Trigger as a partner as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put her here. You are, yet again, better off picking up Seed before picking up either or of these characters. So that's why I'm going to put these two down here. But as soon as you pick up either Seed or Trigger, they for sure bump up to B tier. So I guess that's the disclaimer. Lastly, to round off the attackers, Harumasa. This is going to be the first character to be placed in D tier in my tier list. So it pains me, man. It really does. Because I love this character. But D tier. This character is not worth pulling whatsoever. Whatsoever. Pretty much every downside that I've said about every other character, this character has. He needs other units. He needs a good W engine. I mean, he doesn't really, but if you want to do good damage with him, you would really want to get his signature. Like, it's rough, man. Even with his buffs, he doesn't do enough. It was probably just like a 3k point difference that his buffs made. They just changed his EX special and his ult. Like, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? Honestly, nothing. Like, they probably took the day off when it came to Harumasa's buffs. All right, to start off with our stunners, Qingyi, she belongs right there with her partner Harumasa. Unfortunately, because I actually really like this character as well. Ice J Teapot, such a cool looking W engine. Vibes, bro. Vibes. But all the vibes can't save her from being a D tier unit. Not even a buff can do her justice. Not even two buffs can do her justice. I don't think so. They have a lot of work cut out for her. She is a unit that you pick up because you like the character, and that is about it. There is no reason to be picking up Qingyi when characters like Dylan are in the game. I mean, hell, even Jafufu is a million times better than her. And speaking of Dylan, S tier. This unit power crept every single stunner in the game with her release. If you want Jafufu, Lighter, and Qingyi all at once, pick her up. Save yourself some money, save yourself some pulls, bro. Pick up Dylan. You won't regret it. Not much else to say about it. Next up, Trigger. Trigger is a B tier unit. She's really versatile. You can throw her in multiple different attacker teams. She mainly runs well in attacker teams, but you can also throw her in Rupture teams as well. The one downside to her is that she kind of is reliant on her W engine, so you're gonna eventually need to pick that up if you want her to run at her full potential, that is. Regardless, she's a good unit without her W engine. Don't let the propaganda fool you. And then Jafu. She's also really good, just like Trigger is. She's honestly now, after seeing all the comments that I got on my last pull value tier list video, I have been convinced that she's actually better than Trigger is. Like, what makes Trigger really good is that she's an off-field unit compared to Jafu. But what makes Jafu insanely good is that she's not W engine reliant whatsoever, and that's pretty wild, to be honest. With every Rupture unit that releases, she just goes up and up in value, unlike Trigger with attacker units. So yeah, Jafufu's better than Trigger, I'll admit it. It took some time and convincing, but yeah. And lastly, to round off the stunners, Lighter is going to be an A tier unit. He's really, really versatile. Yeah, it might just be Fire and Ice, but look at the amount of Fire and Ice units in the game. He's not even reliant on just being on attacker teams. So if an anomaly unit comes out that needs a stunner, that buffs Fire and Ice, this man's going to go up. Pause. But yeah, Lighter's great, man. He isn't as good as Dylan. You still are better off picking up Dylan, even over Lighter, even in an Evelyn team. Like, that kind of sucks, man. I'm telling you, Dylan power crept every single stunner. That being said, Lighter's great. He's an A tier unit. All right, moving on to the 2 defense units. Xiao, D tier unit. Xiao is only really good with Ishan Guan right now. We'll have to wait and see what units come out that she'll pair well with, but as for now, she belongs in D tier. If you didn't get her for free, then you shouldn't pick her up. Caesar King. In my last list, I rated her in C tier and I had a lot of really good things to say about her, but as time passes and there's no but for her, she feels worse and worse. I can't even justify putting her in C tier anymore. So she belongs in D tier. There's honestly no reason to pick up Caesar King when you could just get good at the game. I know that I remember hearing that as a pretty much excuse for or reason to not pick up Caesar King a long time ago, a lot. And I remember hating that, but the better that I get at the game and the more that I understand the game, I just know that she's not even worth being a third slot over characters like even Qingyi sometimes. Next up is Banyue. He and Evelyn are interchangeable, though Banyue is a million times harder to play than Evelyn. With Evelyn, you could just learn how to cancel your chain attacks, but with Banyue, you gotta learn whole ass fighting game inputs, brother. Do you want it easy or do you want to struggle because you want your husbando? That's up to you. They even use very similar partners. Banyue can use Astra. They both use Jafufu. They could use Lighter, Coleta even. It's really up to you. Yixuan, our technical void hunter, is A tier, obviously. One of the many reasons why Zuyan is so low. Why would you pick up Zuyan when you could pick up Yixuan? She's great without her W engine. That is an upside, especially now with the free-to-play W engine that they gave us in the event for 2.5. That W engine is only 8% beneath her signature. That's pretty wild, man. We take those. I had to start off with Alice when it comes to Anomaly so I don't forget this time. She's a B tier unit. She's pretty much the Miyabi of physical, I've been saying. She even plays just like her. Even better, to be honest, because she doesn't rely on having to apply Anomaly to get her stacks. You just do your basic attacks. The one thing about her is that she's W engine reliant just like Miyabi is, and pretty much every other Anomaly unit. The upside is that she is not reliant on other Anomaly units as much as the rest of them pretty much are. Burnice. D tier. She belongs in D tier because she is not a good unit. Like, she's reliant on other characters to do the damage for her. She's a sub DPS, so yeah, you get her if you need a sub DPS. And honestly, if you need one, you're better off picking up Vivian over Burnice, or even waiting on picking up Vivian too, because there's probably going to be a better sub DPS to come out in the near future. Next up, Jane Doe. As for our last Void Hunter, she belongs right beneath the other 2 Void Hunters solely because she has not been being chilled by Endgame the way that the other 2 have. She's honestly probably a better damage dealer than Yixuan. but Yixuan has been getting shilled in the endgame repeatedly since her release, unlike Miyabi has. She's still incredible. She came out in version 1.0 and she's lived on, man. She's still worth picking up, if not for the element alone. Up next is Vivian. She's C tier. She's a sub DPS, far from a must-pull character, but if you need a sub DPS, she's the pickup for you. For sure better than Burnice, but again, you need another unit for her to excel. And she's been out for quite some time now, so I have a feeling that she's going to be power crept pretty soon. And to finish off the list, Yanagi. She also belongs in B tier. The reason why Yanagi belongs in B tier and characters like Vivian or Burnice don't belong there is because she actually can do damage on her own. You could run her on mono electric and she'll work well. Unlike characters like Burnice and Vivian, you need another damage dealer for them to do anything. That is why I can comfortably put Yanagi in B tier, kind of like how Alice is. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video and the tier list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy this one as well. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.